Hi, sleepyhead.
Hey, Dad. It's you.
Who'd you expect it would be?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that you and Antonio had gone home.
We did. And then he got a phone call from Capricorn. It was some kind of an emergency.
Oh.
And I just didn't want to be alone. So I hope it's okay that Brendan and I spend the night here.
Don't even have to ask. Of course it's okay.
Oh, good, because we didn't. She's up sleeping in the nursery.
Oh, well, God bless her. You were sleeping, too, till I came in. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm glad you woke me up. I was having a strange dream about Nash.
What you doing?
Nash, hey, I couldn't sleep, so I was just doing my favorite online hobby, online shopping.
Oh, yeah? What are you shopping for?
Oh,
A new personality.
funny.
Actually, that's not. You're researching Tessa's illness.
Yeah, I am. And from what I just read, I need to accept the fact that you're never gonna see her again.
I'm actually picking up my boyfriend at the hospital who's here visiting a friend. I'll tell you what, we're gonna be at the Palace in about an hour. Why don't you meet us there for a drink? Great. Okay.
Okay, 3 minutes and I'll know.
I need to see Kelly.
It's late, sir. Miss Kramer's asleep.
Kelly!
Oh, sir, you can't go up there.
Kelly!
Hurry up.
Kelly, come on down.
I don't give a damn what you read in some webpage. Tessa's not gone.
You need to keep your hopes up. I understand that.
Oh, don't you condescend to me.
I didn't mean to be
This
condescending.
isn't about me keeping my hopes up. It's about the truth.
Fine. Maybe you're right. I mean, I only went on a couple of websites. I don't pretend to be an expert.
You know, why the sudden interest? Since when do you care about what Tessa's going through?
I care about what you're going through.
Oh.
Loving a woman who doesn't exist.
You don't know the first thing about it.
Well, then just explain it to me. I mean, Tess is the altar, right? Doesn't that mean that
She's real.
Yes, you love her and that makes her real to you, but clinically, I mean, isn't she sort of a figment of her imagination? I mean, doesn't that make her not...
You know, clinically, Brendan is real, right? Tess is her mother, not Jessica. And just because Jessica's out right now doesn't mean that Tess isn't inside of her busting to get out to me.
But what about when, what's the word, she's integrated?
Oh, listen to you.
Won't Jessica be out full time?
No, they'll both be out. They'll be out with Jessica's memories and Tess's memories, and the Tess part is still gonna be in love with me. So I don't know what kind of fantasy you got, but it's not gonna happen. You and I are not gonna be together. Tess and Brendan and I are gonna be a family, the three of us.
Right, and you'll let Antonio babysit
Oh,
every now
Antonio can go to hell.
You can curse him all you want, but, you know, face the fact that he has the girl now. Both girls, actually.
You go to hell.
Oh, wait, Nash, I'm sorry, Nash, please. Oh, Nash. I shouldn't shouldn't have been like that about something that's so painful to you. I want to understand.
You want to understand? You have no idea what it's like to not be able to be with the person you love the most in this world.
Actually, I do.
I never imagined that you would give me a second chance, that you would forgive me for everything I've done, for all those lies, for all those secrets.
But I didn't say that. I want to try.
I'm so scared.
Of what?
Well, if we try again, and you can't get past what happened. No, I shouldn't even say what happened. I should say what I did, because I did it. I'm responsible. And you know, if the shoe were on the other foot, I'm not so sure that I could forgive you.
So it sounds like you're not past it any more than I am.
I'm not.
You know something, Paige? Feeling guilty is a waste of time. I think that you've felt bad long enough, and I have too. I mean, you know, I've been feeling bad since long before you even met me. I made a lot of mistakes. I think that's why I'm still alone. I can't predict the future. But what I can do is try to do things differently from now on. If you're willing to meet me halfway.
I want a future with you more than anything in the world. And I'm such an idiot that I actually got caught up in the moment and in thinking that it's possible.
Thinking that it's... What is it that you're saying right now?
Just to know that you love me enough to give me a second chance to forgive everything I've done. That's going to mean so much to me. Because there's no way this is going to work.
That was awkward.
Why?
Because I only got 50% of my face.
Really? It felt more like 80, 85.
Lindsay. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Okay. I'm a little upset.
Is it Nora?
Nora's fine, physically.
What does that mean?
Like I'm gonna talk about it with you. You're friends. And besides, you've practically made a career out of prosecuting RJ.
Hardly.
Though I'm starting to think that he deserves to be behind bars, that rat.
Okay, so this is about Nora and RJ.
Kissing!
Oh.
Damn it. She's barely out of a coma. She's doing it again.
So what was that about?
What? I was glad. I mean, hey, you were doing so much better. You're back.
That's all?
I'm not leaving.
Kevin, what on earth are you doing here?
I tried to stop him, Miss Kramer.
It's all right, Kimmy.
Are you sure you're gonna be all right?
Yeah, just go back to doing whatever you're doing.
Hi, Kenny. She said you were sleepy. You don't look sleepy.
Yeah, well, you don't look sober.
Oh, well, I was a good boy. I took a cab over here. So I didn't get behind the wheel. You know, so the only life I'm endangering is my own.
Okay.
Okay.
I would think after everything that's happened, you'd want to ease up on the booze.
Well, why would I want to do that? It's sweet and dependable, and it keeps me warm at night. And it would never, ever dream of stabbing me in the back.
Look, if you came by to go off on me again, you can say
No, I
it. I'm
came by
tired.
because I found this box of yours stuffed in the back of a closet at the carriage house.
And it couldn't wait till tomorrow? Ace is close. I forgot how little he was. I was saving these for our baby.
Yeah, well, they're yours now. I can't use them. I'm done. But, you know. You can have another kid. Just won't be Buchanan.
RJ and Nora are old friends.
I might as well give up right now. I mean, how am I going to compete with that? A modern medical miracle. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Chop off a limb?
Why did I kiss you? At the moment, it seemed like the thing to do.
So, you feel sorry for me? Was that my ego boost?
Yeah, I can see it was a raging success. Look, Nora, for months the doctors around here were tap dancing around your prognosis. I mean, it's not like they didn't want us to have any hope, but they certainly weren't handing any out. So, could tell it looked pretty bad. So I had to imagine the possibility of life without you in it. I didn't like it. It scared me a little.
So you kissed me?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll just forget it happened.
Never happened.
Okay, I don't understand. I thought you wanted to try again.
I do.
Yeah, all right.
I love you. I love you and Matthew and our life together so much. There's nothing that I want more, but it's just not possible.
Well, I didn't say it would be easy.
Bo, the only reason the Atlantic City police haven't arrested me is that I'm here in the hospital. I'm going to be released tomorrow, and I'm probably going to go to jail. Maybe for a long time.
All right, look, it may not be as bad as you think, okay? You made a mistake during a surgery. Now, your actions weren't premeditated. If you get the right lawyer...
I killed Thomas McBain. I have to take responsibility for that. I have to pay for it as long as it takes, and I can't ask you to wait for me.
Isn't that up to me, though?
Well, yeah, it's partly up to you, but it also involves Matthew. You know, he's been through so much.
Matthew misses you. He still can't figure out why we ever broke up in the first place.
Well, I'm not going to get his hopes up. I can't just walk away for months or even years. I am not going to break that little boy's heart again.
So you want to tell me about this dream?
Well, Antonio, the baby, and I were at the park, and he was pushing her in one of those swings, one of those baby swings.
Yeah.
And she was laughing, and, well, I mean, we all were. It was nice. And then all of a sudden, she was older. She had these long braids. And Antonio was pushing her again on the swings made for the bigger kids, and she was laughing, and her hair was flying all around her head.
Sounds like you when you were little.
Yeah, she did kind of look like me. It was nice. My daughter. Wow. And so Antonio was pushing her higher and higher, and she was laughing, and I said, "Isn't she beautiful?" And it wasn't Antonio that answered yes, it was Nash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then what?
And then I woke up, and that's it.
And now you want to know what all this means, right?
Well, I know most of the time dreams are just a jumble of images that don't really make much sense, but in this case, it was pretty clear.
How so?
Well, the idea always was that if Nash turned out to be the father, then Tess was obviously the mother, and if Antonio was the father, then I was the mother. But the fact of the matter is, now Brennan is Nash's and mine, Jessica's. And I think what the dream was trying to tell me was Nash is gonna be a part of Brennan's life. Brennan's and mine.
Claudia, what we had is over. It's been over for a very long time, and the only reason I'm here with you is so that you can help me to do what I need to do to get Tess and my baby back.
Right, that's why you need me and I need you. Why exactly?
Because you've made mistakes too. You've used people. You've misled people. And I'm giving you a chance to do something good for somebody else for once.
Oh, yes, good karma. So you get the vineyard, the love, cash, and I get closer to God.
If you don't help me, stop your dad. He's gonna hurt Brennan. Maybe kill Brennan, an innocent child, because of what happened between us. And can your conscience really live with that, or can you?
No,
Yeah.
I'm in. Oh, and by the way, don't flatter yourself. I didn't come here to get back with you. I get that you love Tess. I mean, not that she's real. But hey, if you want to put your life on hold,
My life is on hold until I can get her back.
that could be months, maybe even years. How long are you willing to wait for something you may never have?
I know that this situation with Antonio and Nash is complicated.
Too complicated.
Yeah, but the bottom line is Antonio wants to raise Brennan with you. I mean, not that he didn't have concerns about raising another man's child.
He hates Nash. Hates him.
Jesse, let me tell you something. When Antonio looks into that baby's eyes, and I've seen them together, when he's holding her and she looks up and smiles at him, that baby is his. And I know this because I have felt these things myself. Now, in theory, it's complicated, but in practice, it's very simple. When you're holding your child, that's all that matters. Now, you and Kevin and Joey, you're not my biological children, but it is not possible for me to love you anymore.
I love you too, so much. But Dad, I mean, the fact of the matter is we just found out that Mitch was my father a couple years ago, and Kevin and Joey, their father's dead, and Nash, well, he's very much alive, and he really wants to be a part of Brennan's life, and Antonio doesn't want him to have anything to do with her. He wants to adopt her.
What do you want, Jessica?
Okay. Nora's your boss. And that little outburst was completely inappropriate.
No!
Yes! And you're appropriately appalled. I can see it.
I'm just here to see Nora.
Well, then go in and see her. But don't say I didn't warn you, because you're probably going to walk in on something.
She's obviously got company. I'll just come back later.
No! Go see her now! They deserve to be interrupted. He's obsessed with her, you know. He's been here every single day since she got admitted.
Lindsay, they're friends. Bo's been here too.
Don't even get me started on Bo and Nora.
Please don't. I'm just saying that maybe it wasn't what it looked like.
Well, that is a possibility. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time my insecurity got the best of me.
Insecurities? What could you possibly have to be insecure about?
So, how are you and Lindsay?
Ah, Lindsay. Well, we've gotten very close. She's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I actually asked her to marry me. Well, I mean, it was more of a misunderstanding.
Okay. What happened?
Well, she thought I was going to propose when I wasn't, and then when I did ask her, she didn't believe me.
She turned you down?
Yeah, she said she wanted to hold off until I really wanted to marry her. Does that make any sense?
To me or to Lindsay? So, are you engaged?
Well, I still have the ring, but something always stops me from popping the question.
Maybe because you and Lindsay are a mistake.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to donate these things to the church.
No, you should keep them. Oh, come on. You can't tell me that you're not going to try to get pregnant again at some point after everything you went through to make it possible.
These clothes were for our baby. Yours and mine. They just remind me of everything we lost.
Oh, it's a long list. It's hard to keep track of that. Let's see. We lost our baby. You did. And then Ace. And then my son. Your lover.
Duke and I were not lovers. We were together once. One time, which is why it's practically impossible that...
That what?
Nothing. You came here, you did what you had to do, and I think it's best if you leave. Damn it.
What are you doing with a pregnancy test?
Nothing, it's not mine.
Whose is it?
It's personal. I can't betray a confidence, so I...
Tell me whose it is!
It's Adriana's.
It's Adriana. What's it doing in your purse?
Well, I really shouldn't have said anything, but she was frantic. She thought she was pregnant, so she asked me if I would get her a test, and then I did, and I waited while she took it.
Is she pregnant?
No. Thank God. But, you know, I mean, she's got plenty of time. She can have a baby whenever she wants. I should really, you know, get rid of this before Dorian sees it. What?
For a second there, I thought that was yours. That you were having Duke's baby.
You know, Matthew needs you in his life more than ever. I'm facing a hard time for framing Manning.
That is not going to happen.
If I prove that Spencer is behind it, but that's not a lock. You know, I'm all over the newspapers right now. I'm all over the internet, and I'm sure Matthew's friends at school are talking about it.
Oh, poor kid. Well, it's not going to help if his dad's girlfriend is a felon.
Nothing in his life is easy right now, but bless his heart, he's dealing with it. And I know that he's going to stand up for himself if anybody at school tries to push him around. You know, I have faith in him. I know that he is going to be able to handle all of this. And I think that if that little boy can deal with his life with dignity and with strength, with everything he's going through, I figured that we can too.
You don't get it, Claudia. I'm not planning on sitting around and waiting for Tess to come back to me.
Not much more you can do.
Sure there is, and I'm doing it right now. I can get rid of the threat to Tess and my baby so that I can get back to Tess and my baby.
But you'd be going back to Jessica.
Yeah. But if I can go back to Jessica, I can get Tess back to me,
Even if it takes years?
even if it takes forever.
As difficult as this is for you and for Antonio, we can't forget that Nash is the one who is suffering. Now, he's missing out on this precious time with his daughter. And the woman he loves is no longer around, and in all probability, he will never see her again. So you take it from me. That's a great deal to deal with.
Wow. You got to know Nash pretty well, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
And you like him, don't you?
I think he's a decent and very caring young man.
Well, Antonio has a very different perspective on him.
Well, of course he does. That's because they're rivals. But if you do decide to have Nash part of Brennan's life, that's going to be hard on Antonio.
I know. He's always been protective. I mean, that's been an issue with us way before Tess ever came along. And it's like he wants to build this cocoon around him, me, and the baby. And speaking of the baby, there she is. I better get up there and feed her. Unless you want to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to. It's been a while, but I think I remember how to do it.
Great. She could use some one-on-one time with her grandpa.
I think this is going to do my heart a world of good. You'll be happy to know, haven't lost my touch.
Shouldn't take the bottle.
Well, we never got to the bottle. I rubbed her back a little bit and she went back to sleep.
Good job, Dad. Thank you.
Did you call somebody?
I was gonna call Nash to tell him how the baby was doing, and then I got scared.
Oh, scared that he'd try and bring Tess back out?
Or scared that Tess might hear his voice and try to fight her way out again.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Well, Nash will just have to wait a little bit longer to get some news about his daughter.
Not necessarily.
Oh, it's a text from Jessica. There's an attachment.
Everything all right?
Yeah. Everything's amazing.
I'm gonna get going.
Okay. You sure you don't want to go in and see Nora?
She's obviously got some company. I'll just come back later.
All right.
Lindsay,
Yeah?
for what it's worth, I think you and Nora both should stay away from RJ Gannon. The guy's very dangerous, and I would hate to see you get hurt.
What say we stick to safer subjects? Matthew. Matthew hit 2 triples in the game last Saturday. He actually drove in the winning run.
You went?
Yeah. Look, I promised Rachel that I would keep an eye on her little brother. And now I'll probably get hooked on it and end up following the kid's career his whole life.
The nurses say you came to see me
Yeah, some, came by when I could.
every day.
Something like that.
What would I do without you?
You will never have to find out.
I'll come by tomorrow and take you home.
Well, home is a little bit in flux right now. I'm staying at the palace.
See, I don't think you should be alone while you're recuperating.
Well, if I have a medical emergency, I think I know who to call. I used to be chief of staff at this hospital.
Yeah, I know all that, but if you need a friend.
I'll call you.
Excuse me.
Hey, you. What's up?
I have some news for Dr. Miller. The Atlantic City authorities are anxious to talk to you about your part in Thomas McVeigh's death. They know you're being released tomorrow, and they'll be waiting outside your door.
Do you have a lawyer?
I haven't even thought about it.
But you need someone to represent you. I'm gonna make some calls, all right? And then I'll come back tomorrow when you're released.
Thank you.
You're not gonna go through this alone.
Okay. So be honest with me. What is it that I'm facing?
It depends on how tough the AC prosecutor is. Depends whether he considers what you did to be malfeasance or criminal negligence. Malfeasance could get you probation. You might not have to do time.
But if it's criminal,
You'd be looking at a long stretch.
Wow, Nora! Look at you! Back to your old self.
You too.
Listen, I'm sorry to interrupt. It's just that it's getting kind of late, and I was thinking we better get going over to the palace because I told an artist rep that we would be meeting him over there for a drink. Besides, Nora looks like she could use some rest.
Thank you, RJ. Thank you for everything.
Sure. You gonna be all right in here by yourself?
Yeah, I will. Matthew needs me home, so.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to get you out of this chair first.
Yeah, well, easy for you to say.
Very funny. Well, I know it's hard, but you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it for Matthew and everybody else who loves you.
You ready?
Yeah.
Bye, Nora.
I'll sue that bitch. Come. Come on.
She definitely has Tess's mouth.
Hey, why don't you fill me in on the plan to steal Daddy's vineyard?
In the morning.
You want to filter the money through me, and that'll somehow get you back to Landview. Do I have it right?
Tomorrow.
You just gonna stare at that picture all night?
Yeah.
I sent him a picture of the baby to his cell phone.
Well, that was awfully nice of you. Nash will appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I can't hide behind pictures and text messages forever. I'm gonna have to face him someday. I just hope that I can hold him off until I'm fully integrated. And then hopefully he'll give up hope of ever raising Brennan with Tess. You don't ever think he's gonna give up, do you?
No. He won't give up.
Please don't say anything to Adriana about this. I mean, she would be mortified if she knew that I betrayed her confidence.
That's your business.
Well, I just want to make sure because it's such a delicate issue, you know. Anyway, thanks for bringing this stuff over.
That's all I have to return to you. There's nothing connecting us anymore.
tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
I feel safe right now. As safe as I ever have.
This isn't how this evening was meant to end.
If you're the guy, you should have no problem telling me every detail about the night my father was killed.
Is there something you want to say to me?
How could you do this, Tess?